In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was something. A bright light. No, a bang. A smash. A boom. Or well, that's the story that the overseer has spoken of. How this universe came to be, not much is known about before the universe ever existed. But one thing is for certain, there was nothing. And then suddenly, something. This unending bound of space. But just before the expansion, 5 small planets were grown and came to be. One of these planets being a rock full of pristine purple crystals. A gathering of stalactites lining the ceilings and the floors. It was the shiniest planet you'd had ever seen. Inside the middle of this planet was a pool, and that's where our goddess was born. There was no rhyme or reason for her existence. She was born only to create. Born with the purpose of creating, our goddess did not know anything, but she knew how to make things come to be. She would travel and explore the expansion of space and create whatever would come to her mind. But then, back then, it was easy. Back then, it was just ABC. But even as simple as it was back then, it's what also led to a terrible stalemate. Struck with this overwhelming sense, our goddess of creation didn't feel the same? Feel? What could that possibly mean? She's a goddess, and goddesses don't feel. So she kept moving. What choice did she have? After watching her creations move happily with such joyous energy, she needed to control them. She worked hard to establish her reign, her rule over them. That's right, as a goddess should. She needed control over them. And yet nothing was gained. The creations fought back. They didn't want to be controlled. They had lived for so long alone and without her. So why would they follow her now? An unrelenting war broke out. Many of her creations died, and as she stood atop their lifeless bodies, covered in their purple blood, the goddess became corrupted. Things that shouldn't have been there were. Feelings she shouldn't have known about felt, and this corruption took over her whole body to the point of releasing all of her power in one go. She passed out. When she came to, a whole new galaxy was created. Through her corruption, she quickly got up and raced to the newly created galaxy. It was filled with greens and blues and purples and pinks. Everywhere she had traveled before, all accumulated into one space, a new playground. And in this galaxy, new creations were moving and walking and talking. It was something beyond her wildest imagination. As she observed the new creations, she became to realize something. Something in her that she had all along. Something in them that was there from the start. Emotions. She learned about this thing called emotions. So within this new galaxy, within the realm of the stars, she decided to come down to this place called Earth and study them. With hopes of getting control on her emotions and her powers back, the Queen of the Clouds watches over all of her new creations in this galaxy and hopes to one day be just like them. Let's see how this plays out for the Queen of the Clouds.